When creating a customer order document, you can now add a payment schedule to automatically generate invoices and display progress payments to your clients. This is especially helpful for fixed price contracts and change orders. This feature also allows you to create payment schedules on vendor orders to automatically generate bills. Let's start by creating a proposal for this job. We will create a new document and then choose our customer order template called Proposal. Now select the budget items that you'd like to include. Within the document settings, we can quickly add a cover page to make our proposal stand out. All right, I like this one. And then we'll click on the Payment Schedule tab. Here we will add scheduled invoices to make up our payment schedule. We can add a name for the payment. This will be the subject on the invoice document. I'll call this first one Draw 1 Deposit. All right, now we can choose the invoice document template. This will default to any document template that you've named invoice, but you have the option to change the document template if you'd like. This will allow you to have different terms and settings for each. Now we'll choose the total for the first invoice, which is based on the total amount listed on this customer order document. The default is remaining balance, which will create the invoice for the remaining amount that has not been accounted for in the rest of the payment schedule. Since this will be the first of multiple invoices, I will switch this to either a specific amount or maybe a percentage of the contract price. Let's do 10%. The invoice amount will be evenly distributed across all the cost items that are included on this customer order. We will also have the option to automatically send the first invoice to the customer as soon as they sign and approve the customer order. Let's turn that on. Now let's take a look at where the payment schedule will appear on the document for the customer. Simply scroll down beneath the total on the document and you'll notice a new payment schedule section. Our first payment is listed here. Let's add some additional invoices to our payment schedule. Click the Add Scheduled Invoice and give it a name. Now you can select the document template and then choose the amount. All right, we'll continue to use percentages for these progress payments. All subsequent invoices on the payment schedule will be created and saved in a draft mode, ready for you to review and send at a later date. So if we've already added a schedule on this job, we have the option to link this invoice to a scheduled task. Once the task is marked complete, we will receive a notification indicating that the invoice is ready to send. This will prompt us to send the invoice based on completing certain milestones during the project. If you would like additional people to be notified when the task is complete, then add them to the document access list on the document settings, and they will carry over to the invoices as well. Also, if you don't have a schedule created yet for the job, don't worry. You can always open your draft documents or go to the schedule and connect them to tasks later on. Now I'm going to add 2 more payments to this schedule. Let's create another progress invoice. Great. All right, and then let's add a final invoice. For this one, I'm going to use the remaining balance. We'll also link this one maybe to a final task on the schedule. The schedule tasks are listed in order based on their start dates. Once you save the payment schedule, it will calculate the invoice totals and appear in the table beneath the total on your customer order document. So let's check that out again. Now, if you'd rather format your own payment schedule on the invoice footer, you can turn off the table and still leverage the payment schedule tool to auto-generate your invoices for you. Now, when we're ready, we will send the customer order to sell the job. Quick note, if you do not have the permission to create and send invoices, you will not be able to send a customer order with a payment schedule. So make sure that you have the right permissions set up if you'd like to send off this type of a customer order. Now let's open the document as our customer. They'll now review and then sign and approve the document. Now, since we chose to automatically send the first invoice upon order approval, they will see a pop-up prompting them to review and pay the invoice right away. This could be a fantastic option for change orders, so you can collect upon the change order right when your customer approves it. Now let's check out an invoice that's linked to a task. If we visit our schedule, we can mark the task as complete. When we do, we'll see a notification appear that prompts us to send the invoice. Now, if you're not seeing this notification come through, check your personal notification settings in your profile and make sure the Ready to Review setting is on. Now, we can save time by setting up our payment schedules in our document templates. Navigate to your settings, and then click on Document Templates and choose the customer order template in which you'd like to build your payment schedule. Here you can create and save your payment schedule structure, so every time you use this proposal template, the payment schedule will automatically accompany it, and you can edit it further on each document that you create using this template. The payment schedule feature can also be used on vendor orders, which you may use if you plan to make multiple payments to vendors based on project milestones. Simply create a vendor order document like a purchase order, and then create a payment schedule to auto-generate draft bills. Now here's a quick bonus feature. Beyond linking invoices and bills to schedule tasks, we can also link any other draft document to schedule tasks to prompt us to send the documents. So if you'd like to link a draft customer order document to the completion of the customer proposal review meeting, well, then we can go to that document, toggle on the task reminder, and then select the task we'd like as our reminder trigger. Now, when the proposal review meeting task is complete, we will be prompted to send that customer order. We can also link documents to tasks in our schedule. Simply open a task and then scroll to the related documents section and select the document that you'd like to send once that task is marked complete. This will send you a notification so you don't forget. As always, if you have any questions, please contact your success manager or email support@jobtread.com. Thank you.